Welcome to Beware Spoilers. I am Adam. Holy fuck. That's what I have to say. I have just seen Avengers Endgame. I saw a 6:30 IMAX showing, um, and it is now 10:11. Granted, I did have to move and, get to a spot where I can, actually record this because I had to find a parking lot that still had a store open in it, so I'm not creepily sitting in the parking lot of a store that's closed and the employees are still in there. So I went to a Walmart parking lot because they're still open right now. Holy fuck. Like, I gotta say, I thought that Infinity War was the best Avengers movie, and I thought that it would be very hard to top it. They topped it, and then some. This is gonna be a spoiler-free, quick summary. This isn't gonna be a long, drawn-out, review like I usually do, where I break down the impact that it's gonna have on the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. Where do they go from here? That kind of thing. Because doing that, I really can't do that without spoiling the movie. And that's a problem that is going to be here, is not spoiling this movie until I can get home and get to an actual space where I can do the spoiler review. So, what I have... First of all, there are a lot of tremendous acting performances in this movie. I think that this is going to be one of those things that's going to be overlooked in the grand scheme of things. Not for Academy Award recognition. I don't think anyone's going to get that. Nor do I think the performances were Academy Award worthy to begin with. That said, for what it is, the acting is tremendous, especially compared to everything else before it. Some notable shout-out performances. Robert Downey Jr. is fantastic. This is the best performance he's had since Iron Man. I'm sorry, the NFL draft is also going on, so my phone's blowing up with draft updates. Robert Downey Jr., fantastic. Bradley Cooper, also fantastic as Rocket. Karen Gillan, Nebula. Neither Rocket or Nebula really had space to grow as characters. This movie gives them that chance to grow and explore and really confront who they are. Who else has a good arc? Chris Hemsworth as Thor has a great arc in this movie, and his sets up great going forward what they're gonna do. I think out of all of the characters in this, Thor has the most direct trajectory as to where they go next, and I really hope that they do what they set up. Who else? Scarlett Johansson did a great job in this too. Who else was really good in this? I think that really... Oh, and Chris Evans, obviously. Chris Evans also had a tremendous... Jeremy Renner got to explore aspects of Hawkeye that were never really explored before. And really, it's just a testament to the fact that anytime the Russos have Hawkeye, they can really do justice to the character. And I think that really comes down to just their love of what they're doing. And unashamedly what they're doing. And another thing I want to bring up... what's it called? The jokes are always land in this movie. Granted, I did go to a preview night showing. I went to Thursday night, the first IMAX showing that was open. So obviously it's going to be skewed. It's going to be people who are deeply in the tank for this. But the audience reaction to everything in this movie was so great. And it was one of the few times... Like, usually, if you listen to the show, I don't like audience clapping. I don't like... standing ovations. I don't like any of that. But there are moments where it was just... everything resonated with the audience completely and fully the entire way through. It's very hard to talk about this movie without spoiling it, considering everything you've seen in the trailers is like in the first, I don't even know how long the time span is in the beginning of the movie, because it was 3 hours, but it did not feel 3 hours. Like, when you saw Captain Marvel felt long because there were aspects in the middle of the movie, especially on subsequent viewings, the aspects in the middle of the movie that kind of felt drawn out. This movie didn't have that. There was no point in this movie where I was like, all right, let's speed this up, let's get this moving along. The cameos were great. It felt like a true, love letter to everything they've done for 10 years up until this point. there were only a few cameos. There was like one or two cameos that I was like, they probably could have executed a little bit better, and but there was, um, it was like very well done. And staying through the credits, it's definitely worth staying through the credits for till the mid credits, which you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Because it's a nice, what's it called? It's a nice send off for this cast, and all that. But I think that if you want to stay through the rest, there's no post credit scene. But there is an audio cue at the very end. And I'll discuss that more when I get back and I can record a spoilered version, because I think even that's a spoiler, because one of the interpretations is implicit on the ending of the movie, and I don't want to spoil that here. But it's so great. There are a lot of really great things, and I am going to do a spoilered review because I do want to be able to talk about all of this and everything that... There's a lot of emotion going on with this movie, and it resonates so well. So we'll wrap up there for this. This is just the 6-minute spoiler-free review. If you're seeing this on an ad somewhere on Spreaker, if you go to our page, you will see a full dissected review of this movie. We're going to break it down with spoilers, but as the title suggests, please be aware that there are spoilers in that review. There are no spoilers in this one, obviously, as you've listened to it, but in that other review, there will be spoilers. So if you want to go into the movie unspoiled, then 100% don't listen to that until after you've seen the movie. And based on ticket sale tracking, that's only going to be until about Monday, because everyone who listens to podcasts about movies they love has seen the movie opening weekend. So by Monday, that'd be a good time to listen to that. That said, it's still going to go up immediately after I record it. I'm not going to time delay it. So just be aware when you see that is going to be that is the spoilered review. I'm going to put it big in the title. There are spoilers. So please do not complain about spoilers. And with that, we will be back with that later tonight. And then we have another movie probably on Monday or Tuesday. I forgot which day I have off, but I will be seeing another movie next week. But until about 2 hours from now, have a great rest of your night.